Hello, everyone. Welcome to Geekout, my weekly connection. Mike's not here this week. He has a sick kid, which, kids get sick. But there was some news to talk about, so I figured I'd still have it. Um, so the first, I guess I'm just gonna dive right in. Uh, let's. I'm gonna take a sip real quick because it's still a little early. So the first thing to talk about here is a creator in the industry has passed away. Janelle Jacques. She was the creator of Dark Towers, the adventure for D&D, which eventually became a board game. Her husband is surviving, but I guess he's having some financial troubles because of the medical bills. So they do have a GoFundMe up for her. It was for her while she was alive, but now that she's passed, it's for the husband to try to bury her and all that. So sad news, because she did come up with some really neat adventures. The Dark Tower adventure is really fun. If you've never read it, it's worth reading. It's definitely an interesting type scenario. Like it's really good. Um, that's the sad news. Let's get on to some interesting news. Um, D&D has licensed to Random House to produce two um, notebooks for gaming. The Book of Concealment, and then a treasure chest notebook set, which is a mimic based uh, set of notebooks. Really interesting. Not very badly priced. I figured I'd share it. They're very. I like the cover. I think this cover is really nice, and I always am a sucker for mimics. Huge sucker for mimics. I'll take a mimic any day. Um, Man, I should do a mimic one-shot mimic. One shot. Anyways, PaizoCon is happening May 24th, 27th, but Paizo announced that there are going to be stores nationwide that are going to be handling some special piloting promotions. Closest one to me is Acton, so I probably won't be getting anywhere near this. But you have Kansas City, Kansas, Texas, United Kingdom, Minnesota, Missouri, Massachusetts, North Carolina, Washington, and Florida. So they're just a pilot program. They say that if this works next year, they'll do more. So I might take a trip down to Acton for the 24th just to see what they have. Depends on if they announce what they're going to do for it beforehand. Um, so in-person events, it will be interesting to see what happens. Then some bad news. WotC's in trouble again. Wizard of the Coast released magic cards with AI generated art yet again. Personally, I have no issues with AI art. I have problems with the way they developed it. But it's kind of here to stay. But big companies that can afford artists kind of disappoints me. They didn't even change the art to they say it was a mistake that it wasn't supposed to go out. It wasn't supposed to be part of the final product. But you know how WotC is. So meh. What to do? What are you gonna do? I mean, it's WotC. It's kind of come to expect it now. Thanks, Stream Elements. You're a little late. I've been streaming for like 5 minutes. That being said, an interesting deal that's going on right now is Humble Bundle has the Call of Cthulhu, like the entire Call of Cthulhu series in pretty much um in a Humble Bundle digital form. I'm definitely gonna support this. You have 10 days left. Um I love Call of Cthulhu. I think Call of Cthulhu is fun. Oh, gas sarcasm. Is that for Watsy? Or the Call of Cthulhu? Because I love Call of Cthulhu. I think it's great. I'm a horrible DM for it, though. I cannot do horror. Horror and me just don't get along. It's not because I can't think of the things, I just don't have the description capabilities to describe them to make other people feel horror. But Call of Cthulhu, it's literally 30. I think you can get it for $25, 25 items. You get the main book, which is down here. The starter kit, the Keeper rule book, and then a whole bunch of series to do it. It's really good. Definitely worth the price. And that's on Humble Bundle. A couple Kickstarters I saw going around. D-Day, which is basically a RPG for D-Day, is already backed and they're easily reaching their goal. Totally requires a table buy-in to work, and if you don't have that table buy-in, it does not work. Because if anybody takes it not seriously and is funny, it ruins the entire mood for everyone. Definitely, 100%. Um, and I've never had a group that wanted to do horror and take it seriously, so can't say I can't do it. I can say that I've never had a group because those are the people that I don't typically play with. The people I typically play with want chaos and comedy, and they want Holy Grail, not um yeah. So um this looked interesting. Like there's battle maps included. There's some funnies. It looked interesting, so I put it on here. Plus, there wasn't much on. There wasn't much. Um, there is somebody who is close to their goal. I would say close. They're 4,000 off, but they have a Spelljammer, um, like a kit to help you do Spelljammer. Like it gives you figures and maps and tokens. It's kind of cool. I like Spelljammer. I'm a big fan of Spelljammer. Some of my favorite races are in the Spelljammer books. Um, so that's kind of cool. I was excited for that. I might back this one, but I'm not a big WotC fan anymore, so I probably won't per se. A couple backer kits that came up is this one's from DM Dave's Publishing, not me. Actually, DM Dave. I don't go by DM Dave because of DM Dave. He does really interesting adventures on his Patreon. So, this is a scenario horror RPG. Again, another horror book that I probably won't buy because I'm not the horror type. Um, but it's the Year Zero engine, which I hear is really good for horror because of the stress mechanic that it has. Um, they use it in Walking Dead and the Aliens RPG. It's from Free League Press. I want to play a Year Zero game. It's really disappointing for other settings to not get as much effort, but in the Eberron had since then. Get as much effort put in as Eberron had since then. Yeah, Spelljammer needs more. WotC did not do. They did a decent job with the Spelljammer book, but it could have been more. It needs like another continuum. It seems very popular, so I can't imagine them not doing it. But it's WotC. You never know with WotC. You just don't know. But coming back to the D&D publishing, he's really good. He's a really good guy. He's definitely funded. But he can write horror. I've seen him. Another one was just a simple dice one, but it's an interesting, cool dice one. They glow in the dark. They use black lights and stuff, and they glow. Not anything major, but it's D&D oriented, so I decided to do that. And last but not least, for the backer kits, is we have my own game has been announced. I'm going to launch it in June or July. But you can go to the landing page and you can put your email down, and that will give me emails to fill you in and stuff. But yeah, so my own game is actually on BackerKit, so I put it out there, so that means I have to do it now, right? Yeah, so I really like this image that I had done. I think she did an excellent job, the artist. I'm very excited to get this out to the world. That being said, I do have an EZD6 version of the Grimwood system that I am just finished editing. I do have to do some tweaks that the editor found that doesn't make sense, but they're minor tweaks. So I'm hoping to be able to get that to the publisher and get something back within the month. So hopefully I'll have EZD6 will be in release. EZD6 Grimwood will be released sometime in February. That's the hope. Not doing a Kickstarter for that though. I'm just going to release that on drive-thru. My own system though, which I need to come up with a better name than Grimwood system, is going to be a backer kit for it. Because I'm actually going to do a self-publishing route on that one, I think. I haven't decided. When I gotta decide that soon. Hey, AG. That being said, I did find a really cool. I'm gonna try to do this more often. When I find really cool DMs that have Twitch accounts. This is Former Glory. Let me shout him out. I've watched his D&D stream. He's really cool. He seems like a really nice guy. Go ahead and take a look at him and follow him because he has some really cool things. He does a lot of video games, but he does have a weekly stream of D&D. So take a look at him. He's pretty cool. And as far as the map is concerned, this is going to be a short stream. When I don't have somebody to talk to, I just go through it so quickly. I'm going to have to figure out a way of doing this by myself. Cyber Cybermaps is the map person for this week. Cybermaps does some really interesting three-dimensional type. They're drawings, but he does them in a 3D world. So they're extended out of the screen. It's really cool. It's a lot of cyberpunk type stuff, but I've used them in my modern day world, and it seems to work fine. But it's they're gorgeous. So I tend to use his stuff quite a bit in my. Actually, I'll probably use this map here for a mission that I have. Yeah, it's so weird to think of DM Tales. It's totally weird. I'm at the end of my notes, and I'm like, what do I do now? I thought this was going to take 20 minutes, and it only took 15 or 10. It's like, no problem. I thank you for streaming. Sir, for lurking. I'm streaming. Thanks for lurking. But, again, I am going to have a stretch goal here for my couple stretch goals that I'm going to have for my backer kit is I'm going to have an adventure. I might have two. I'm working on writing another one. We'll see how it gets done. And I got to get maps done for them. And then I'm going to also have a stretch goal for a foundry. Foundry release for it, because I have been writing a foundry foundry system for it. Thank you. So the system is pretty simple. It's a D12 system with 3 pool systems. It has arcane, physical, and mental. You basically, to attack, you roll your attack. You can get boons or banes. If you roll, you can then take from your pool to up the roll, and that will boost your roll to where you need it. I didn't get it because I needed a 10. But it allows you to. But this is also used for your health and management that way. Of course, I just noticed that I'm in ad, so there's some people that probably didn't see that. Yeah, I love ads. Yeah, I'm very excited for it because the Foundry system needs some work. Don't get me wrong, it's not perfect. I'd like it so if you attacked, it would automatically roll the damage for you too. Oh god, I'm sucking for rolls today. Okay. But that being said, it's a fairly decent system. You have the capability of getting power and die and critical rolls. With power dice and critical. Ooh, that's interesting. Why did that happen? Why is it rolling? I'll have to figure that one out. A sane interface. Twitch has more stuff for me to interact with the audience, though. YouTube doesn't have much for audience member and interaction there, DM Tales. I don't mind you being on there. It's just... let me switch to so people can see, because I'm pretty much done with the news. So we'll just talk and What do you think about my backdrop? It's new. I worked hard to get it cleaned up and positioned. I think I'm gonna actually put a bookshelf on that table so it has different layers. It doesn't make my head explode. I think you're just old, but I'm right there with you. I prefer YouTube over Twitch. Um, oh, um, I'm gonna screw up your name. Screw up the name of your con, which is in April. I should tell people about that. Excelicon? Yeah, I'm not gonna say it correctly. But DM Tales is hosting a con. I'm still not going to say it correctly, but I'm glad you typed it. Let me put it in chat so everybody can see it. And it's .con, right? That's the website. Excelicon. Excelicon? Yeah, I'm really bad at names, you know that. What's the website for it? If YouTube won't let you post the website, go ahead and send it to me in Discord and I'll send it. But anyways, it's April 12th. Excellent. I'm telling you, I'm not gonna say it. I'm just not. It's not that it's a hard word. It's my speech impediment that's not letting me do it. I think you're going to insist that I eventually say it. Um, that being said, it is April 12th, right? April 12th through the uh 14th. Is that correct? Yeah, April 12th through the 14th. The 12th and the 12th is going to be in the evening, and then the 13th is all day, and then the 14th is in the afternoon because it's being held at a church. And it's being held at a church because they're raising money. Well, one, he's a reverend there. I don't know. Are you reverend minister? I know you're not a priest. Are you a reverend? Feel like I should know this, and I feel bad that I don't. But anyways, it's going to be raising money for their roof that they had to replace, and then also for some for a food pantry down the way. It's in New Jersey. Reverend. Okay. Pastor, minister is spoken, but okay. So okay. Um, the next block over. Okay. Yeah, that's down the street. Next block is down the street. But anyways, it's going to be really good. So if you live in the New Jersey area near the Philly Pennsylvania border, um, go ahead and post the website, and I'll get it posted. We were talking about news, but you kind of missed it, Frog, because there wasn't much news. So I pretty much went straight through it. So now I'm just chatting, because I don't know what else to do. Man, I still haven't disabled that. I'm going to disable it right now. Still haven't, like, I've been meaning to disable this thing for, like, 3 months. Manage permissions. Stickers. Go away, stickers. I don't need sound alerts anymore either. Hey, thanks for lurking. Before. But I'm going to be DMing at the con. I'm also going to be giving a speech about my book and how much trouble it's been to create it and promote it. Which I still have to write. I don't know why I signed up for this. Signed up for that. I am okay with DMing. Public speaking is hard. Oh, Wasted World. Do we know when that's coming out? But we don't know when that's coming out. I am a glutton for punishment. Yeah, definitely. Wasted World is coming out. It's coming out soon. When it looks so good. I'm really excited for it. If you don't have, if I mean, I'm an easy D6 person, so here we go. That's the website for it. So for the con, so take a look at it if you're in the New Jersey area. I think it's going to be a hoot. If not, I'm going to make it a hoot. Yes, it's pretty much done, is what Runehammer had to say on the Discord. He's coming on the channel. I'm so psyched that you have him on the channel. I wish I could have him on the channel. I just gotta email him. I just gotta message him. He'll come on the channel. I would just have to message him. Just the teasers of the 2 Hero Pass. Yeah, just the teasers of the 2. I'm not gonna say it correctly. DM tells. I'm sorry. I'm really bad at that word. Oh, he would totally come on if I asked him. I just haven't had a chance. I should just totally message him on the Discord. I mean, he's active on the Discord, and I'm active on the Discord. I wanted to get Grimwood Easy D6 to a point where we could kind of like talk about both of them at the same time. Hey, it's 8 hours for me, Frog. Yeah, he seemed like it when he came onto your show. By the way, if anybody doesn't know, DM Tail does a YouTube channel that is superb as far as reviews are concerned. I wish I could be that good, actually. If you aren't following him on YouTube, you should be following him on YouTube. Because he is really superb as far as everything. Well, we don't want you to not be able to walk. As much as I would love to meet you, Frog, I definitely don't want you to have trouble walking. It's true. I strive to be as good as you, and in fact, I don't know if you use a teleprompter, but I'm going to have to use a teleprompter, and I've been looking at them, and they're freaking expensive. And if you don't use the teleprompter, kudos for memorizing everything, because you pretty much look at the camera. Yeah, you probably won't go before. I understand that. It's in New Jersey. It's a ways. Though, you could meet me at Dragon Con. You are close enough to Dragon Con. It'd be a drive for you, but you could do it. Yeah, sure. I'll just whip out that money, frogs, and start paying people. I'm made of it. It's not like I've spent tons of money on artwork already. Um, well, unfortunately, I don't have that option, so I am looking at a teleprompter that hooks to the camera. Well, not hooks to the camera. I saw the ones that hook to the camera, but I'm like, ugh, I don't know if I want that resting on my lens. So I'm working on getting one of the ones that I mount the camera to it. Just have your wife do it. Well, if you guys saw, like, oh, I can show you. Hold on. So this is where my dog sleeps, but my camera is right there next to the washer. There's no way she's going to be able to stand right there for me. She would do it if I asked her. I do have an iPad. Um, but I am looking at getting one of those. Uh, they're about 180 bucks, but I think it would be worth it because I kind of used my phone standing next to it, but it's still next to it for my pirate board, and I still was kind of looking slightly off camera, and it made it look weird. I think my pirate board one looks weird. I don't know about any else. Um, and if you haven't seen my pirate Borg video, you should see my pirate Borg video. Um, because it is, I worked hard on it, and I want to do more of them. Oh, that was me playing. I did a review on pirate Borg. My main camera for stream is a T7 Rebel Canon. Um, I found the DSLRs had the best look. I went through like 6 or 7 different cameras until I settled on just getting a DSLR. I just thought it was better. It just worked best. I'm actually looking at getting a new arm for it because this one's just straight up and down, and I can't really do anything with it. I'm looking at getting one that will come out and down, so I can rotate it down, so I can do reviews on things that are actually um. But the review on my desk of things, so that I can review books and stuff and show you things on books. So I'm looking at getting one of those. I'm also looking at getting the teleprompter. I really need to start my LLC. With your G7. I found I got rid of the back green screen because honestly I was sick of looking at the green halo around me. Um so I decided, you know what, I'll just create something behind me that will work. Um I think my Rebel T7, which was $300, it works great. In fact, I forget to shut it off, and it's gonna probably kill it if I don't continue to remember to shut it off. Yeah, I like the real set too. I just think that I need to get like a secondary shelf where I can put secondary stuff on top of it. Um, just to balance it off a little bit. I disabled you, stream stickers. Why are you still working? You shouldn't have access to my chat anymore. Yeah, lens. I'm actually thinking about maybe getting a different lens too, something that's a little bit wider. But right now, I probably won't. Which isn't haunted. Guess so, because I can't get rid of it. I've tried. I've tried so hard to get rid of it. But it probably still has access until after the stream, and then it will probably not have access anymore. Because I did disable access to it, so it should. That and Streamlabs. I was using Streamlabs and I hated it, but to get rid of it was such a pain in the butt. Well, because I love Call of Cthulhu. I love Cthulhu. I think Cthulhu's. I think the Cthulhu mythos, not just Cthulhu, but the old one mythos, is such an interesting mythos. That's why. No other reason than that. And the little Grim characters are because I'm Grimwood. So, Cthulhu Fatagan. Yeah. I do love Cthulhu. Cthulhu is great. Because people want to summon him, and yet all he wants to do is kill him. Oh, stupid ad break. Ah. I've never been good at DMing Cthulhu, but I love playing Cthulhu games. I do love playing them. Because they're just so much fun to just sit there and play. Uh, yes. Okay, ad is over. Good. It was a short ad then. I'm okay with you running something on the channel. I'd be happy to play and just stream something. That would be great. I'd be happy to have another DM on the channel just to do something. So that I don't have to sit here and DM the entire time. I'm starting to get burnout. I won't lie. I am getting burnout. Hard. Between the book and trying to stream once, maybe twice a week, I'm actually trying to do more than that, but it does happen. And I'm playing in games, don't get me wrong. I am playing in other games that I'm not streaming. But I am getting burnout. I think what I need to do, and I'm very excited about the pirate game, because the pirate game gives me something different than modern. I've been doing so many modern games that I'm glad to get away from modern. I'm actually thinking about starting a Dragonbane game just for that, just to get away from modern and get into fantasy. Because I really like the Dragonbane. Oh no, I'm not. I'm in cheating with other gaming groups. I'm cheating with my live gaming group. Technically, I was with them first, so I'm technically cheating with you before. You're my side piece. um, do you feel dirty? Technically, you're the side piece to my side piece because technically the Friday night group is my side piece that I started with. The Sunday night group is my side piece to the side piece. So you should feel extra dirty now. They, I've been playing. I had Grimwood games. I had Grimwood City. I mean, not Grimwood games. Grimwood City. I did a whole season of that, whole campaign of that, and then I did Ravenloft, which we decided to change to the pirate one. So it was like almost a year's worth of doing doing modern. So the pirate game gives me a chance to break out and manage to do something more. Um, Here I thought you were the Battle Sim Boo Boo, my dungeon daddy. Uh, but so I want to do a fantasy game on stream because that's really where I shine is fantasy games. I decided to go urban fantasy for most of my stuff because I felt urban fantasy was underappreciated in this realm. TTRPGs in itself, modern games are very hard. You have Call of Cthulhu, you have Werewolf, and that whole group of vampire and mage, and you have maybe a few often yeah, World of Darkness. Thank you. You might have a few off other modern games, but like we have the Dresden world, Dresden Files, which is a fate-based system. You have City of Mist, which is more superhero, like super-ish. It's not even superhero. So like The Strange, uh, but it's definitely has a lack of appreciation, and I think it could appreciate things could be appreciated more in the modern age. I think people don't want to do the modern age because they don't want to escape. They want to escape reality, and problem is with modern, it tends to bring you into that reality, even though it's fantasy. You tend to deal with situations that are modern in their aspects. Um, I could be wrong on that, but that's the way I feel. I feel like people try to avoid urban fantasy for that reason. Um, yeah, there you go. I, except I wouldn't call Savage Worlds modern, and here's the reason why. Yes, you can do modern in it, but they really focus on fantasy or fantasy. That's true. It is more of a system. I don't have police show up enough. I really need to use that mechanic a little bit more. Have police show up more. I will tell you that once I get Grimwood City out the door, I probably will focus. Um, Hold on, I got a message from my wife. Um, Sorry, wife is interrupting. Um, and to 12. All right. S Savage Worlds. I wanted to like Savage Worlds more than I did. Um, there was things about it I really liked and things about it I really hated. I didn't like the initiative with cards. It made it overly complicated that it didn't need to be. Um, but in general, uh, I like Savage Worlds. Like, I'd play another game in Savage Worlds, but I don't think I would do modern in it. I think I would do either Cyberpunk or do a superhero game with it. Because I think they do superheroes pretty well. They do have a Pathfinder version out, and it makes your characters feel a lot more heroic. Um, but I'm not 100% sold on it either, because it tries to do a class system in a classless based system, and it doesn't really succeed 100%. I'd rather just play Pathfinder at that point. Honestly, I wouldn't play Pathfinder. I just play Easy D6 and make it feel like Pathfinder. Orkborg. Not only am I playing pirate, but I really want to play this game, Vast Grim. It's a Morkborg sci-fi uh, sci-fi thriller. Think like The Thing or Aliens would be good representation of this. But like it's beautiful. Like that's not even the best one. Like it's it's absolutely gorgeous as far as the book is concerned. Um I am really liking Pirate Borg. Like really liking Pirate Borg. It was fun. The only problem is characters die way too quickly. Um I did not know they had a Star Wars for. Oh, this is Star Wars for 5e. I didn't know they had Star Wars for 5e. Let me share so everybody can see. So yeah, Star Wars for 5e. I'm all for Star Wars.
Toss a coin to your witcher, oh valley of plenty, oh valley of plenty.
Oh yeah, it's been out for a long time. But honestly, if I was gonna play Star Wars for Star Wars at all, I play the Star Wars. Oh my lord, Star Wars RPG. Not Age. There isn't, not that I know of, but I'm sure somebody's come up with one. Yeah, that one. Forgotten. Yeah, FFG Star Wars. I play that one. I'm a huge fan of Star Wars, so are they Stargate RPG? Based on the Stargate. I would play a Stargate game. Yeah, I just found the actual website for it. I'd play a Stargate game. I don't know if I'd run one, because I don't know Stargate good enough to run one. What kind of system is this? Doesn't say what kind of system it is. Oh, it's 5th edition. So to answer your question, Frog, there is a Stargate for 5th edition. So, I would totally play it SG. Let's see how much I want for the core rulebook. $10 for the PDF? That's not bad. I don't know how they're getting away with that without the rights. Maybe they're just not big enough to actually, like... And honestly, if I was to do a Stargate game, it would probably be Index Card RPG. I probably wouldn't do the 5th edition one. Well, yeah, I mean, that would make sense. Index Card RPG is really fun. It's a D20 system that I'm trying to see if they have I can do it this way. Downloads. Index card. Hold on one sec. I thought I already had it downloaded, but I guess it didn't. Log in. I type in the right search engine. Alright, so this is Index Card RPG. So basically you have strength, dex, con, intelligence, wisdom, charisma. And those are a modifier, not a dice roll. So they're like +1, +2s, +0. Then you have your effort. And you have different types of effort. You have your basic effort. You have weapons and tools. And then you have guns. And then you have magic, and then you have ultimate, which is used whenever you get a critical on something. You get a base defense, which is 10 plus your defense items. You get hearts, and these hearts are 10 HP apiece. Think Zelda. When you get hit, you get a certain amount of those hearts taken off. You only can carry 10 items equipped and 10 items carried, so a total of 20 items. And then you get different abilities, and the abilities are very simple. But it's the game has sci-fi, fantasy, what are the other ones? Horror, and one other that they have in the actual main book. Oh, I downloaded the wrong one. There we go. So this is Index Card RPG. Gremlin girlfriend. I just got licked by a ray, and not in a good, happy, fun time. She licks my arm and elbow. I was busy trying to find this. So in the world, they have fantasy. They have Warp Shell, which is a sci-fi. Ghost Mountain, which is kind of like a kung fu type thing. Oh, Vigilant City, which is superheroes. But basically, the system is designed to be quick and easy. So like you have close, near, far, for distances. But yeah, I love Index Card RPG. I think it's great. I think it has its problems because of the simplicity, but it does a decent job at it. I'd rather play Easy D6 for most games, but for my sci-fi games, I'd rather play Index Card RPG because it handles guns better. Or laser swords. It would handle laser swords pretty good too. AKA Star Wars. I would run Star Wars in this game. I'm sure somebody's created an Index Card RPG Star Wars. Right? If not, maybe that's the next thing I do is something. Yeah. Ruining Hammer, even yeah. There's all kinds of references and stuff out there for Index Card RPG and using it as Star Wars. I would totally use it as Star Wars. Now, Frog, you're gonna be DMing here shortly. What are you DMing? Well, DM Tales, I just saw your comment about blowing holes in the space station. You gave me the bombs. I'm just saying. Oh yeah, the RuneScaper TTRPG. You did give me the bombs. And then you said there was more of them in a crate. Of course I was going to take them. I did abuse the shifting into shifting from one realm to the other. But in my defense, there was no limitation on that. Was roll and then you do 1d4 rounds, but it didn't say how many times I could do it. There should have been a limitation on it. So was the best solutions I could think of was just to get them off the ship. Uh, so what DM Tales is talking about is at PAX Unplugged, he ran a Easy D6 game, which was basically a space horror game where there was plant-like creatures that were taking over a ship, and they could morph into anyone, and they could be anyone. And I happened to find some bombs that they weren't bombs, they were fuel cells that I decided needed to become bombs. And it was Index Card RPG. So that's where all the conversation comes from. So I decided to take those bombs, and we all had suits on that were environmentally protective from space. So I just started blowing them up and shooting them out to space because that was easier than actually fighting them. And I did it several times, and it to pretty good a success, and without blowing myself up, which I was surprised. But I also had a race that could go into like a ghost form and kind of teleport to a different location. So I would blow up the bomb and then teleport out of its radius at the same time. It was abusive, but it was fun. That's what Index Card RPG is about, is being fun. But yeah, so God, I'm glad you guys are talking to me tonight, because without Mike here, I don't know who to talk to. So I appreciate that you guys are talking to me. As I say that, and you guys become quiet. Chirps in the distance. Well, Frog, I enjoy talking to you too. Let's see here. In the dryer to warm it up. I got nothing but grief. I should do an Index Card RPG one-shot on the channel, just so you guys can see it. I'm not very good at running it, though, but Wes gave me some ideas. Wes is DM Tales. DM Tales gave me some ideas about how it's supposed to be run, because the person I played with last before Wes wasn't very good at running it. Maybe I'll write a one-shot for it. Or maybe I'll run your one-shot, Wes, if you're okay with that. I just won't give them all the bombs that you gave me. Yeah, we all had fun. That's all that matters. speaking of other people trying things, you're more than welcome to come on the show and play. Speaking of thanks for trying things, I need to find DMs to play my system without me there. I'd love for you to record it though. But if you can't record it, that's okay. I just would like some description of how it ran. Because I need other people to DM it because I think I'm hiding a lot of problems by DMing it myself. So if you happen to know a DM that wants to DM it, send me word because I am looking for DMs to play it. Because I'm 95% sure I'm hiding some problems just by ignoring something that I probably should have a rule for. It's a pity you're going to be so busy during your con because I'm going to run Dragonbane. Taking a 5th edition camp one shot and I'm converting it to Dragonbane. So that should be interesting. I gotta make maps and figures for it. Because I have a 3D printer, so I should just print figures for it. You know? Maybe even paint them. Let's see here. Absolutely. You're welcome to take... I would love for you to try my system and modify it to be more modern and see more mythos horror and see what you can do with it. If you're up for it, B4. I'm more than happy to do some custom sheets for you. You just have to tell me what you want and what system it's for. I'd be happy to take a look at that and see what I can do for you. I've learned a lot making my own system. That in Foundry. It should be very easily to be able to convert. You just... I have the mental strikes in the mental pool in my system. You can just use that for sanity. As that goes down based on the level that is, they get disadvantages on they become less and less more and more crazy. It would be very easy to create a sanity. In fact, I thought about creating a sanity system for it. Yeah, you have 3 pools. You have your arcane, you have your physical, and then you have your mental. So as the mental goes down, you could have them suffer mental damage from different type of situations. So if there's like a situation that you want them to roll, like you would roll a sanity check on Call of Cthulhu, you could just roll a mental check on my system and do damage based on that. I designed it with that thought process in mind, actually. my system, my setting doesn't support it, but I was thinking I might use the system for an eldritch horror type situation later. In fact, actually, if you'd be up for colluding, maybe we can work on converting my system into a eldritch horror that we can release later. I'd be okay with joining forces because I'm not good at eldritch horror. I'm good at action comedy or action movie type feel. Problem with my horror games is they become too funny, too comedic. Sparkling Mythos? Well, I'm from the Boston region, so it's eldritch horror here. We need to play Outgun. Outgun is on my list of games to play. I just haven't read the book. I haven't had time to read the book. It's on my list of reviews. I'm gonna probably do it after I do Dragonbane. I'm in the process of reviewing Dragonbane right now. So, I'm hoping to get that out next week or the week after. I'm hoping next week. And then... yes, that joke does only work if you knew he was from New England, and I did know he was from New England. So maybe I'll do Outgun next after Dragonbane. I still have not emailed Free League. I'm so horrible. I have a draft in my email to send to them, and I just haven't pressed send. I gotta send it. I love Free League. I like all of their stuff. I'll send it. I'll send it tonight. I'll just finish up a few things and send it. All right. It's Eldritch Horror. Horror. Beyond the Stars. Don't you know? Can't get here from there. No, it's not that. It's just I have a pack of things that I need to email people, and I just haven't done it because I haven't had time. Or I've been using it as not having time as an excuse, to be honest. I gotta sit down and do it. I'll do it either today or tomorrow, I promise. Alright. I'm pretty much done, unless you guys want to talk about something else, because I've talked my way through pretty much everything in my head. I will do it right now after we get off stream. Let me... let's see who has... commercials. African or European? Ah, I love that movie. That's such a good movie. I don't know if they'll respond, but we're gonna try. because they seem pretty cool. Let's raid out because I'm pretty much done for today. My throat's killing me and I am done. Quest Keeper. Let's raid out to Quest Keeper and see what's going on with them. You guys have a wonderful night and thanks so much for being here. I promise I will email them tonight for you, DM Tales. I promise. Have a good one, everyone, and thank you so much for stopping by.